Hi, welcome back to Coach Salida, and this is Talk Shop Live, as you know. And this is a midweek motivation. So you guys know what midweek motivation consists of. Us continue to keeping in our minds that we need to stay motivated despite what's going on. I wrote today a Substack, um, and on my Substack, I told about how I said we can survive this, right? And basically just trying to get us out of the mode of all this Debbie Downer type news that comes our way all the time, right? Even though we sometimes say, you know what, it's not really important, it's not, I don't, it's not going to be, but really in reality, it does bother us. It bothers us in a lot of ways. I forgot to put up my affirmations, but we'll do that during the show. I can do that during when we get deep into the show. So we're going to go ahead and get started on chapter 4. As you know, as you can see, we're still talking about empowering women's lives, right? Okay. Stress-free living, empowerment, excuse me, empowering women to thrive in this chaotic world. I'm sorry, I just said that all wrong. I don't even know the title of my own ebook. Stress-free living, empowering women's to thrive, women's, empowering women to thrive in a chaotic world. Now, I hope I don't sound funny because I have been under the weather. I'm not going to claim, but I've been under the weather, and actually, this is a very first day that I'm able to actually function. So I might have to get out the what's the name and blow my nose or something. I don't know. But hopefully I don't. Um, I'm happy to be back. I am happy, happy, happy to be back. Hopefully I'm back for good. I don't know where you guys are located, some of the different places that you're located, but I know we're getting ready to hit a cold snap coming in on us. And I'm hoping we can get through it. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping we can get through it. Um, and in the process, I don't need to get sick anymore. So I will not be. And let me tell you how I got sick. So prior to me getting sick, my husband was sick. So I was able to nurse him back, and then I get sick. So he nursed me. Um, but I wasn't to the point. I wasn't sick like he was. See, with him being a cancer patient, we have to in high blood pressure, the whole 9 yards, So we have to be careful of how we, mend him, get him back in shape. But it took about 2 days, and then I get sick, and I knew it had to come from him, right? So he nursed me, and now I'm at the day where I start getting sick Monday. So I was determined. I said, I'm not getting up out this bed until I feel better. And so I started feeling better. And I took a Motrin, I took ibuprofen last night. And I had been taking Tylenol and all that, all the regular stuff you take, eating soup and stuff like that, and drinking a lot because my throat started getting sore first. And so I was able to get through that. And I'm better. My nose is kind of still stopped up, but hopefully I'll get over that. So we're going to hopefully get through this because I was doing the reading earlier and I had a spell hit me real quick, a coughing spell, almost like I was choking. I was like, oh God, I can't do this during the show. I can't do this to the show. So hopefully we'll have a good show today where I won't get sick. So we're in chapter, you guys were doing good because we're already in chapter 4. Now, if you want a copy of this ebook, if you find this ebook interesting, okay, if you find this ebook interesting, you can go to my website. You can't clip my links. Let me put this in the chat. Um, I should be doing this on a daily basis, but I don't, you guys, because look, let me tell you something. I move around too much. And I guess it's not good to be that way when you're trying to make a point. Um, okay. So if you you can't clip my wings. I should have put forward slash shop. you should be able to find this book in there. It's $7.99 right now. Okay. It's $7.99. It was $4.99. If you missed out on that sale, well, it's back to $7.99. Um, if you want that one, and then there's the other one I also have on there, which is Empowering Lives, Empowerment. It's called Empowerment because it seems to be the key word for me is empowerment. This is the other one that is on that page too. Okay. And this is Empowerment, the Melanated Woman's Playbook for Time Management and Leadership. So if you're a business person or interested in being in business, this would be a great book for you. Ebook. That one's on there. I don't remember how much that one is. I think that one's $7.99 too. But you can do a digital download and order that book for yourself. And if you order it prior, maybe you can guide along with us on our journey in this book. Now, if you was to attend our webinar, matter of fact, the second webinar we have, we're going on our third one now. February 2nd, I think, is our third one. You would have gotten a copy of this free. I'm just trying to, tell you guys the opportunities that you keep missing. I asked if you wanted to be part of our webinar, and what I'm asking you to do is just to give me your email. If I send you an email, because I'm telling you ahead of time when we're having our webinars, just give me a little hit and say I can't go. And most of the people who usually participate in my webinars let me know ahead of time that they're not going to be available. I'm fine with that. Okay, if you're not going to be available, that's fine. I don't get upset about it. I get it because everybody's not available every Monday, every first Monday of the month. That's good. But if you also want to watch a replay of the webinar, you can definitely, if you want to, let me know. Hit me up and say I want to see a replay of it. Okay, and if you want to do it that way, we can do it that way. But yeah, it's going. I'm gonna allow it to be available for a certain limited time. Okay, and that um, whatever that webinar gave you, okay, whatever that webinar gave you at the end, I'll make sure it's available to you. Okay. So for instance, if you wanted to see the webinar that I gave this away with at the time, a limited time, you would have gotten a copy of this too if you would let me know ahead of time that you wanted um, if you wanted to watch the replay of the webinar. I haven't set up a definite date for replays on webinars, and I think I need to. I don't know why I never did that, but we'll have a definite date on replays. Okay. I can't prove that you watched it. I guess I could because I can look in my stats to see if you watched it or not. And if I find out that you did watch it, I will definitely send you whatever the treat or um, the free item for that webinar. Okay. So, that going on. As you know, I haven't moved the prices of the dresses. The dresses are still at $59. I'm not moving them right now. I'm gonna let them stay right now. So you can definitely, like I said, if you go on, uh, you can click my wings / shop. You can see everything on there if you're interested in any of those items. I have coloring books on there. I have all kinds of stuff on there. Okay, so take your time, go through it. I am still working on that journal. That journal, oh my God, that journal is going to be something, and it is going to be a digital download journal. I have not put it in my mind to actually create the the book itself. Not yet. Okay, not yet, but it will be an ebook first. Okay, and we'll go from there when I finish the journal. Okay, our legacy liftoff journal that I'm in the process of doing. See, I told you guys, I keep busy. Like I said today on my Substack, kind of I stay busy so I don't get so caught up on all the news stuff. I get caught up in it, but I don't get to the point where it starts to stress me out. Okay. And that's what I want you guys to do. I want you to really, really, really not get so caught up on the externals and be more involved in what's going on inside you. Because at the end of the day, Whatever's going on inside of you can still be going on, and the outside world's going to still continue doing what they're doing. Stress kills. Yes, stress kills. And so I don't want you guys to go through this era of this ideal of so much just overloading yourself with news and information. Don't do it. I'm an information junkie. Don't do it. Find other things to do, right? Write in your journal. I put a list together on my Substack of all the things. Let me see if I can find that list that I really would like for you guys to think about doing. Um, to really think about looking into, and so that you don't get caught up in so much what's going on, because we don't have control on the outside, you guys. We don't have that power, okay? And I want you to understand that it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's nothing you can do about it, okay? Nothing at all that you can do about it. So let's talk about um let's see here, let's go here. Mm, let's see here. Okay. Okay. Um, so let's go over here, and we're going to. I'm gonna go over. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna name some things before we go any further that you guys can do. I just feel the need that somebody is feeling this way. They're feeling overwhelmed, and I don't want you guys to do that with all this craziness. So one thing I said, I'm going to go over them real quick. Number one, turn off all electrical devices. You can go to my Substack, Salita McCall's Substack, and get the same information. Turn off all electric devices for about 2 hours a day. Read a book or listen to your favorite music. Meditate or just be quiet. Find a place where you can be quiet at. Journal. Clean out a closet or clean up a room, right? Go through some old photo albums. Think of happy moments, okay? Sit still, drink a cup of coffee or tea. Take a hot bath, okay? Go for a walk, stretching exercises, right? Yoga. Get some sunshine or sit in the light. Sit where there's a light at, okay? Um, let's see here. Binge watch old movies, right? If you like old movies or some your favorite series, right? I turn off everything, right? And it's dark, and if I need to be by myself, tell the husband and doggy and bye. Okay, I need my alone time. And I crawl up in my bed. I turn on either my iPad or I'll have my sometimes I'll pull out my projector because for some reason I do not want a. I know that sounds odd, but I don't have a television in my bedroom. So I'm either gonna watch my iPad to go to sleep too. Sometimes that's not good, but I'm just letting y'all know. Or I'll have my projector on. Turn that off, right? Um watching old movies or whatever. And it doesn't cost anything because YouTube carries a lot of old movies that you don't even have to pay for to watch. Really, they do. Um, so you can binge watch that. Play with your kids or your pets, right? Take some time out to do that. Eat your favorite food, right? Drink. I don't believe in getting drunk, but find you something good to drink. And I said non-alcoholic because I don't want you to think that all this is going to create you to be an alcoholic. So I'm not pushing that agenda. Talk with your friends. If it's a time that you need to, some quiet time to talk to your friends, go ahead and do that. Number 16, you schedule a date night with your loved one. Okay. Yeah, I might need to go out together, get some time away from the kids or the pets or whatever. Right. Um, take a mom and dad to lunch or dinner. Sometimes I used to, like when my mom was here, I would go to I'll go to get Wendy's because Wendy's is my favorite, and I would go to her house, and me and her would sit and eat Wendy's and talk, just to kind of de-stress, talk about life, talk about everything. Um, laugh as loud as you can. Find a place to go and just laugh, right? Even look, even if you have to scream, scream. I'm definitely gonna allow you to scream. Um, find a place where you can scream. I just said that, right? Number 20 is the last one. Hug yourself and tell yourself how proud you are and how wonderful you are. Those are the things, those are the 20 things that you can do besides watching all this chaos going around in the world. Okay? That's what I definitely wanted to um, definitely wanted to push on you. And then I added a song on there. Okay? It's one of my new songs. But I'm not going to play it for you because I don't want to do that to you guys. But anyway, you can go to my Substack, right? Substack.com. You can go to Substack, Salida McCall, and you will see that. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. I think I rambled enough. Oh, excuse me. Don't do it. I'm trying to tell myself not to sneeze. Okay. So we're on chapter 4. Stress management techniques. Oh my God, this is right on time. I did not plan this, okay? I did not plan this. So one thing, mindfulness and meditation. So mindfulness involves being present in the moment. Yes, yes, yes. Fully engaging in one's thoughts and feelings without judgment. Hmm. This practice can significantly enhance your self-awareness, your awareness, enabling women to identify negative thought patterns that may undermine their confidence. Okay, so you have to pay attention to how you what you're saying to yourself. What are you feeding yourself? Okay, you know, we we spoke earlier. um we went down the line of self-compassion, self-esteem, struggle with self-esteem, understanding of self-esteem, cultivating self-esteem. Right? I didn't even go over do a review. The power of positive affirmations, which we will definitely talked about. Overcoming self-doubt, how we feel about ourselves, understanding what our stress triggers are, and how stress actually affects us. Remember, I told you stress kills. And it's true, it does. Okay, there's no there's no lie to that. It definitely does. It will definitely send you to a whole nother area, right? Um, so so now so it's saying here, back to stuff thing. So it says here, through mindful observation, women can learn to acknowledge these thoughts without becoming entangled in them, getting wrapped up in them. Why am I thinking this way? I shouldn't be thinking this way. I should be thinking, no, get tangled up in them. Okay. Recognize them. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This right here. If you want to, you can write it down. This thought right here is a negative thought, right? And I thought it on this day at this time, which is a crucial step toward building resilience and a healthier self image. You recognize it, take care of it, and move on. As they cultivate this awareness, then began to understand their intrinsic value, paving the way to improve self esteem. So once you figure out what it is, then you can also ask yourself, why am I thinking this way? What triggered me to think in this negative way? Okay, think about that. So, in the hustle and bustle of modern life, right, women often find themselves judging various responsibilities, which can lead to overwhelming stress. Mindfulness and meditation, often powerful tools to cultivate a sense of calm amidst the chaos. Yes, meditation was number 2, I think, on my list, right? Um, these practices encourage women to reconnect with themselves. That's right. Fostering an environment where confidence and self esteem can flourish. This is the time we can just sit back and be joyful, be glad, all the things, look at our achievements, right? Look at the reason why these things are important to you, right? Don't forget to list the things, okay? List the things that make you happy, make you feel proud of yourself. Okay, definitely do that. These practices encourage women to reconnect with themselves, fostering an environment where confidence and self-esteem can flourish. By dedicating even a few moments each day to mindfulness, women can create a refuge for their minds, okay, allowing them to recharge and refocus on their personal aspirations. Get you back to where you were. Like I said before, In this chaotic world, all this external stuff that's going on, you need to just dip away and go get that time to yourself. In spite of all this is going on around me, I am still here. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm appreciative that I'm able to go through this. I'm able to see what is better for me in the process of all this. Okay. Meditation, on the other hand, acts as a gateway to a deeper realization and clarity. Regular meditation practice can help women to manage stress effectively, reducing, anxiety, and promoting a sense of inner peace. It serves as a dedicated time to turn inward, allowing to reflect, allowing for reflection and personal growth. Um, by integrating meditation into your daily routines, yes, women can develop a toolkit of coping strategies that empower them to handle life challenges and grace with grace and poise. So if we find ourselves doing this on a daily basis, right? Every morning we get up, we can do meditation 3 times a day if you want to. You can do it in the morning, you can do it in the evening, at lunchtime, or you can do it in the evening, or you can set it up whatever way, whatever fits your schedule. Take time out to do it. It doesn't take long. You can do a 5 minute meditation, you can do a 2 minute meditation, you can do a 10 minute, 20 minute, whatever you have, whatever is your time, that is the time that you can get your meditations done, right? And again, we want to add to that meditation mindfulness, right? Being in the present moment. Additionally, the synergetic, I can't even say the word, um, the synergenics, that's what it is, effects of mindfulness and meditation can enhance emotional regulation, right? Women can regularly practice these techniques, often find themselves stressors with greater composure. So they see that the baby, after all the practicing and doing this on a daily basis, the baby is climbing the wall. You could cuss the baby out. Would that do? Nothing. Or you can just watch them for a minute to see if they don't hurt themselves. Or you can gently go over there and peel them off the wall and tell them not to do that. Think about it, okay? If you have the right mindfulness, you can get to that point, right? Um, I'm actually using my imagination of actually watching the baby climb up the wall because I've seen a baby do that on video. Climb up the wall and just kind of pluck it down. Okay, you've had your fun today. Now it's time to take a nap, right? And I think that's gracefully and that's with poise, right? Additionally, okay, we said that already. Um, this emotional stability not only benefits their mental health, but also positive impacts their relationships and overall quality of life. Such improvements can lead to newfound confidence as women began to trust their ability to navigate through turbulent instant times. So, in the midst of the baby crying, climbing up the wall, the one sitting in the high chair that you forgot. Well, you didn't forget, you just left it there, right? You left the baby sitting in the high chair, and they're banging on the high chair, and you got one who's trying to use the flat screen as a chalkboard. Take that into your imagination. And you're just sitting there, and you're just like, okay, I need this time, and I'm going to take this time, regardless of what's going on. I'm going to just take a moment, take a deep breath, count to 5, and then I'm going to take care of everything like I'm supposed to, right? But as you practice the meditation, all this stuff, I'm telling you, it gets easier as you go. I promise you it will. Okay. Um, so the next thing we'll talk about, it says here, okay, so in conclusion with this, embracing mindfulness and meditation can transform the chaotic experiences of life into opportunities for growth and empowerment. And I'm going to add in patience, right? By prioritizing these practices, women can cultivate a profound sense of self worth and resilience. enabling them to thrive in a demanding world. The journey towards stress free and fulfilling life begins with the commitment to be present. Remember, I said to breathe? Take the next word I'm about to say is to breathe. And to embrace the power of mindful living. So once you get your mindful living in, practice, and it's something all this other stuff will definitely fall into place. And there's nothing wrong with it. Just take that moment and, like, okay, you hear the baby crying sitting in the high chair. You see the baby out of your peripheral vision writing on the screen of the flat screen, right? And then you have the baby you got to eventually pick up off the wall. Just think about that, right? What a scenario. So let's talk about breathing, right? Breathing exercises for calm. Oh my God. So, in the midst of life's chaos, that's right, breathing exercise serves a powerful tool for women seeking calm and clarity. Why? The clarity, the calmness, you want the babies to stop crying. You want the baby to stop writing on the flat screen, and you want the baby to come from off the wall, climbing up the wall. So that's the calmness. The clarity is, why are they doing all of this? And why am I allowing them to do all this? Okay. That's the question, right? Let me close all this out because I got a lot on my screen. I'm sorry. Let me close that out. So you're like, okay, I'm going to get them down, right? So it says these exercises are simple yet effective, allowing you to reconnect with your inner self and regain control over your emotions. Because you're out there. You're really out there. You're like, okay, yeah, okay. I don't think he's gonna fall or she's gonna fall. You're thinking all these other things, but you're not trying to move to make anything happen, right? So by focusing on your breath, you can create a sanctuary of peace no matter how turbulent the outside world may seem. No matter what's going on, you can take that time out, right? This practice is not only enhances your sense of calm, but it also fosters a deeper understanding of your own needs and feelings. Wow. This is funny for me, okay? Because I just put that scenario together and it's like, yeah, that could happen, right? One of the most accessible breathing technique is the 4, 7, and 8 method. New method, right? To practice this, find a comfortable position, close your eyes, and inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4. So let me try that. You try it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let it out. Hold your breath for 7 counts. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for 8 counts. So 7 counts. I'm going to do it again. So I did 4. So next one is 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then when I exhale, I do for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. This rhythmic pattern helps slow your heart rate and quiet your mind. Oh my God. Making it especially beneficial during moments of stress. Again, this will work perfectly. The 4, the 7, and then the 8, right? 4, 7, and 8. I love this. So whenever the baby's climbing on the wall, right? Um, the other baby is banging on his high chair tray, and the other one is writing on the flat screen, right? Take time out and do this, okay? Oh my God, that is funny. Um, it brings down your heart rate, Okay, and it quiets your mind, making it especially beneficial during stress. Incorporating this technique into your daily routine can significantly improve your overall sense of well-being. So yeah, so you definitely, this is funny. This is so funny. Okay. Another effective tech, technique is the di- dymo, diaphragmic breathing, which engages the diaphragm and encourages full oxygen exchange. To perform this exercise, place one hand on your chest and the other on your abdomen. Oh, yeah, I've done this one. As you inhale deeply through your nose, focus on allowing your abdomen to rise while keeping your chest relatively still. This method promotes relaxation and can help alleviate feelings of anxiety, empowering you to face challenges with a renewed sense of confidence. So, yes, now, um, this is this is enlightening, and I think it helps out a lot. So, I want to go over that one again. So, this is called diaphragmatic breathing. Okay, this engages your diaphragm and encourages full oxygen exchange. So you put one hand over your chest and the other hand on your abdomen. Okay. As you inhale deeply through your nose, okay, focus on allowing your abdomen, I can't even say the word, to rise while keeping your chest relatively still. So only thing that should be moving is your stomach area. This method promotes relaxation and can help alleviate feelings of anxiety, empowering you to face challenges with a renewed sense of confidence. And believe it or not, I have done this before and it definitely will work. I've done it. And remember when I told you guys, I don't know if I told you guys this, but I was doing one of my meditation exercises and I started crying. And all I did was put my hands over my heart and over my tummy. And I literally started just bukuing. Like I felt whatever was around me. I was in my home. Nothing was, whatever I was feeling, it came out. So this definitely works. Mindfulness breathing is yet another approach that beautifully, combines breath awareness with mindfulness practice. So this one goes like this. Sit comfortably as you breathe in and out. Pay attention to the sensations of the breath entering and leaving your body. So you concentrate on how you breathe in and breathe out. Okay. If your mind begins to wander, because that happens, gently guide your focus back to your breathing. Yes. And if you just did this the first time, get upset. Don't get up frustrated with yourself because it does take practice. It takes practice even when you're meditating. Because sometimes when you're meditating, and I'm sorry, you guys, put that there. When you're meditating and you're doing your thinking, your mind just starts to scramble like, oh gosh, did I feed the dog yet? The cat litter needs to be taken out. I got to go pick up the kids. All these different things are going on in your mind when you're meditating. It's all right. Don't judge yourself because this is a moment of not judging yourself. It's all right if your mind gets busy. Just focus yourself, just refocus. Okay, I'm meditating now. I'm telling you, it takes a lot of practice because it took me a lot of practice to learn how to meditate. And see, I do guided meditation. I'm not too good with just music. I got to have somebody talking to me when I do my meditation, other than the people in my head. But I have to have when I'm listening to something, I have to be actually hearing someone say something in order for my meditation to kick in for me. Okay. What it does is quiets all the other stuff that's going on in my head because now I'm just concentrating on what that specific person is saying. So entering and leaving your body. If your mind begins to wander, gently guide your focus back to your breath. This practice not only calms the mind, but also enhances self awareness, allowing you to cultivate a more profound sense of self esteem and an emotional resilience. So, once you're being able to um, definitely be able to practice these and get them down pat, you'll see. I'm not going to keep saying it over and over again because I don't have a reason to just tell you this. I do it. That's why I can tell it from my experience. I always told you guys, hello, Miss Latasha. I always tell you guys, I talk to you guys from my storytelling experiences, okay? Not from what everybody else is doing, but from what happens with me. I do these mindful meditations. I do all this. So I know it works, okay? Incorporating breathing exercise into your daily life can be transformative experience. These practices not only help reduce stress, but also empower you to take charge of your emotional landscape because you're responsible for how you react to anything emotional. Whether you're mad, angry, you're ready to cuss out the world, whether you're sad, whether you're crying, you have control over your emotions. And I will never tell anybody that you don't deserve to do any of those things. That would be crazy for me to say to you. You're not allowed to cry. You're not allowed to get mad. You're not allowed to yell. You're not allowed to fight back. But you got to know the battles that you're fighting. Okay. Some battles are not worth you putting all your energy in the anger, putting all your energy in the crying. Some battles are not worth it, but you have to be determination. That would be you determining what battle is and what battle is. Okay. And that's emotional intelligence and being able to know what actually is worth you being upset about. Okay. Or worth you being happy about or anything. That's your determinant. That is your journey for you, okay? Your growth for you, not me, okay? Because I can tell you what makes me angry. I can tell you why I get angry, but I can't tell you why you get angry, right? So you have to work that out yourself. By dedicating just a few minutes each day to focus on your breath, you can nurture your inner strength, yeah, and cultivate a confidence needed to thrive in a chaotic world. Embrace these techniques as a vital part of your personal development journey and discover the profound impact they have on your life. So these three exercises, if you don't have a copy of the book, okay, you can hit me up and I will definitely give you the instructions on how to do these three breathing exercises. Just hit me up and say, Salita, I'm interested in those breathing exercises, and I'll definitely put it together for you. See, I don't have a problem with helping people because I know what it is. When I was going through my situation, um, I had supportive friends, but my friends only knew how to help me at a limit because they didn't know what was happening with me, right? They didn't know where I was at. So they didn't have all of the answers. So I learned how to do it myself. And I learned how to do it so that I can help other people. Because doing this coaching thing, it's something. And if I'm able to be able to heal people in the process, I mean, if I'm able to give them tools to help them, because I can't heal anybody right now, I don't have that power yet. Um, and I'm saying yet because you know what? I would love to have the power of healing. I would love that. All right. I'm saying that, putting it in the universe, the power of healing. Okay. So I'm letting the universe hear that. But if I can give them tools to do it for themselves, I don't mind doing that. Physical activity as a stress reliever. Physical activity serves as a powerful antidote to stress, especially for women navigating the complexities of modern life. Engaging in regular exercise releases endorphin, yes, the body's natural mood lifters, which can create feelings of happiness and euphoria. Okay. Um, This biochemical response not only combats stress, but also enhances self esteem, allowing women to reclaim their confidence amidst chaos. Moreover, the physical act of moving one's body can be a form of self expression, empowering women to connect with their inner strength. So, I would say if you're not an exercise person, try dancing, stretching, yoga. Let me tell you something. Um, Yoga, if you've never done yoga, I will definitely advise you to try yoga. Yoga does something that other exercises don't do. The idea that you can stretch and you can move parts of your body where stress it lies is so, it feels so different, right? You can feel the difference in your body when you do those different yoga stretches or yoga poses. It actually tells you where your stresses are lying. Your back, when you stretch out your back, when you stretch your legs, all those places where we definitely hold stress. And again, also with yoga, we look at our chakras. We talked about chakras. I don't know if we went in depth into chakras. I think we did. But our chakras, we talk about the root, when we talk about the sacral, when we talk about, oh gosh, I can even, the root, the chakra. I can't even remember all the seven chakras. God, I'm terrible. Okay, I need to be talking about them all the time, right? So that I can get them in my head. But when we talk about all your chakras, seven of them, right? Root chakra all the way up to your head chakra. When you talk about all of those, right? Um, your yoga helps exercise them. Like several parts, it'll tell you where your stress lies, where you're aching. Like if your lower back is hurting, it'll tell you what that's, whatever chakra that is, it'll tell you what to do to help heal that. Because a lot of that is a lot of stuff that we're doing to ourselves. We're creating these problems in our lives that make it so hard for us to move forward, right? So we can work on that. Yoga is one of the best, and it's the simplest, actually, to me. Well, maybe not simple to everybody, but it's one of the simplest exercises to do is yoga, because yoga not only helps you physically, it helps you mentally and emotionally, right? um, and it's on a whole nother level for me, and that's one of the reasons why I love doing it. I love the idea that I can stretch muscles, and boy, but when you do it the first time, you haven't done it in a while, oh my God, you can truly feel it. You get up the next day and like, oh no, I'm not doing this. You make sure you take all your medicines because you're gonna need them. If you do a real good deep yoga exercise, you're gonna feel it. But it's awesome. Okay. And sometimes we need that. Participating in activities such as yoga, what you're listening, dancing, or even brisk walking can provide a much needed mental break through everyday pressures. I'm gonna tell you something else. We talk about dancing, right? Why do I have a hot flash? I don't know. So when we think about dancing, if I find an old song that I used to dance to when I was younger, dance to it. Okay? Dance to it. All right? That is another form of exercise. You're moving around. You're feeling good. It's moving those endorphins around, right? And you're feeling good. Okay? So do that. If you want to add that to our list of stress relievers, that's one of the things you can definitely do. Dance. Find a song that you love and you remember dancing to, if you're my age and maybe a little bit younger. Dance to that song. Don't care who sees you, just dance. Get in front of the mirror and dance in front of the mirror. I mean, anything that's going to make you feel good about yourself, do it. Okay. Um, these forms of exercise encourage mindfulness, enabling women to focus on their breathing, yeah, and movement, rather than their worries, right? By immersing themselves in these physical pursuits, they can cultivate a sense of peace and clarity. Exactly, right? What am I upset about? I don't even know what I'm upset anymore. I heard my favorite song. My husband, what he does, he loves playing. He's a Pandora fan. So he'll have Pandora on. He'll turn off the television. He'll turn off everything, and we will literally be listening to music all day because we both are music fanatics. We love a lot of music, and sometimes when I'm in here making music, I love listening to the music I'm making, and I love listening to old music. A song will pop in my head, and I'll be in here dancing all by myself in my office. Just don't care. Just having a good time with myself. and it makes you feel good. Or I'll go up there and I'll mess with him and we'll start dancing together. He'll grab the dog and try to dance with the dog. Just crazy stuff because, hey, you want to feel good. You just want to feel good. So you can do that. Everything doesn't have to be a doom and gloom. Everything doesn't have to be serious. Okay. Life is serious on its own. We need this. Okay. So embrace it. Okay. um, which is often elusive in their hectic lives. So sometimes people don't get a chance to do that. They don't get a chance to stop and laugh and have a good time, get their exercise in. Even if it's not only about 10 minutes, do 10 minutes of something. Okay? Do 10 minutes of something. 10 minutes of dancing. 10 minutes, of singing. Anything, right? Just do it. Move your body. Okay? It says this shift in focus not only reduces stress, but also fosters a deeper connection with oneself, enhancing overall well being. Okay. Now, in addition to the psychological benefits, physical activity can significantly improve your physical health, right? Which is um, linked to mental wellness. So all of this links together. Um, when we talk about health, we always think just, oh no, it's just our physical health. No, your mental, emotional, psychological health, all of that is wrapped in one. All of it affects, it's like a domino effect. If one part of you is not active, if you're under a lot of stress all the time, guess what happens to your immune system? You're breaking down your immune system. What happens when your immune system is down? You do what? You get sick. Remember when I said earlier, stress kills? That is a form of stress killing you. And it doesn't have to be that way because you are in charge of you. Nobody else is. You are. Okay. And you have to take charge. Okay. You have to take charge of your health mentally, emotionally, physically. You have to take charge of that. Nobody else is in charge of that. Okay. Keep that in mind. Okay. So regular exercise helps to regulate sleep patterns, boost energy levels, and improve cardiovascular health, of all which are crucial for managing your stress. Like I said, stress kills. So if we're stressed out, what happens? We have strokes or heart attacks, right? Especially if we're not properly taking care of ourselves physically. This is going to happen to us. Regardless of how we want to look at it, it is going to happen if we don't take control of our stress. We've got to pick, and that literally comes with picking your battles. I definitely connected with picking your battles. Things that you should be upset about, things that you should be stressful about. Pick your battles. Everything is not a battle. Everything is not stress. Because some things, when people be telling me what they get stressed about, I have to catch myself. Yeah, I have to catch myself because I'm trying to figure out why. Why would that be a stress for you? Why would that be something you need to worry about? Because you know what? And I'm not saying that from sitting at a point of, oh my gosh, my life is perfect and I don't get stressed out, so I'm trying to figure out why they're stressed out. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying when you pick your battles, things that directly affect you, directly, like directly affect you, not indirectly, which means it's on the outside, something that is going to directly affect you, affect how you do things in your home, at your job. If it's not going to directly affect you, that would be one way you can pick the battles that you need to be stressed about. I'm just saying. So keep that in mind. The next time you feel like you need to get in that mode of worrying and stressed out and all that, if it does not directly affect you, let me give you an example. You have a grown child, all right? and you've tried to help that child do whatever, and you're always there for them. You always make sure they have what they need and all that, right? That child has a job, he works and does everything, right? And they call you and they're having, going through something or whatever. It really doesn't directly affect you. And you getting worried, it's not going to help the situation. You've already taught that child what that child needs to do in that situation because they've been through it already, right? So, what are you upset about? What are you worried about? Okay. What are you bent out of shape about? What are you having sleepless nights about? Because you've already given them the tools to correct that problem, right? You've already given them the tools. So, what is the issue? Hmm? That's what you have to look at. Is that your battle? It's not your battle. You've given them everything they need to work it out. Now, you can give them words of encouragement, but sitting down with sleepless nights of worrying, and that's not what you need to be doing. Do you see how much, when you're worried about that other person, how much more that's taken away from you? That's why it's not pick your battles. And I'm saying that from a mother's perspective, and I'm saying that from a person's perspective. I'm saying that from a friend perspective because now that we're adults, me and my son, we're adults. There's so much, you know, you know what I'm saying? I can talk to him in that way. I taught you how to do this, didn't I? So you want me to do what now? Because that's how you have to be. I've given you the tools. So I don't know what else you want me to do about it because I've given you all the things you need. That's just a small, simple sample. It's not, that's not a major thing, but that's just, you've given them. So why are you worried about it? Why are you worried when they've gone through this before, right? And they've actually come through it. It is not, it is not your, it's not your place to make that a worry for you because you've given them the power to do whatever. If you're always encouraging them like you're encouraging yourself, then there's no need for you to be too much worried about them in that sense. Don't create stuff that is not there. You get what I'm saying? Don't create the drama. Don't create the chaos if it's not there. Pick your battles. Okay. I hope that you guys get that. I hope I didn't go all over the place with that one. The holistic approach underscores the importance of viewing exercise not just a chore, but as an essential component of a balanced life. Okay. Um, and we'll start again on chapter 5, which is time management for a balanced life, which goes, oh, that's good. That's going to be a good one. So, and it says building a supportive community around physical activity can amplify its stress relieving benefits. Joining a class, right, or local group offers women the opportunity to connect with others, share experiences, and motivate one another. Always, if you have friends, people, let's say if you're in a community of people, um, and you guys are a great team together. You work together, you go places together. It's none of the gossip and that, none of that, all that crazy enough going on, but things that you guys can share with each other, encourage each other, do book clubs together, read good books together, right? And I'm a curious person about people's perspective of things all the time. I'm always asking questions. Um, if like say for instance if I'm in the group and we have a book we want to read and it's something pertaining to self-improvement, I want to ask them questions about what they got out of the book and allow them to explain to me what they got out the book. To me, that's a way that you guys are constantly engaging in each other, regardless of hanging out together. You're engaging. You're seeing where that person is thinking, how they're thinking, what they're thinking. And my issue, let me tell y'all something. I should have been a psychologist. I figure that now. I should have been a psychologist because literally, I am going to tell you something. Um, Being a veteran, we used to have these women groups. I used to do a lot of my mental health appointments in groups, and I found myself, and I used to have to tell our therapist all the time, tell me to be quiet, but she would never make me be quiet. She was like, "No, Salita, you're doing great." And I'm not saying this to put a pat, oh, look at me. No, it's just that I pay attention. I said, I am so sorry, you guys. I listen to what people say and I ask them questions. And when they give me a scenario, I'm automatically lining up questions that I want to ask them. And because we're entitled to do that. We ask each other questions. So I ask them a certain question and they'll be like sitting there, like they'll stop talking and they're staring at me like, man, I didn't think about it like that. I said, just try, go home and try saying this. And then we have our next meeting, come back. And I'm looking at my therapist like she's not saying that. Like I said, I said, I apologize. It's just she's like, no, Sleepy, you're doing fine. You're doing fine. And I'm like, I'm feeling embarrassed because I'm sorry when people say things because it's my nature to like always be that I'm gonna solve this. I know I can do that. I know I can put this together. So there's a constant thing in me. So when I meditate, I have to have total silence. I have to have like if I'm not the guided meditation. When I'm guided meditation, I have to have somebody talking to me. But it's like it has to make sense for me to understand. And if you say you take off your shoes every day and you have a mat that you put them on, and sometimes you put them on the yellow mat and sometimes you put them on the purple mat, I want to know, why do you have two different mats? And is it a specific purpose for the yellow mat? And is there a specific purpose for the with the purple mat? And I'm asking these questions like, why can't you just alleviate one mat and put your shoes on one mat? Because I'm really curious about why. And I get so in depth in what people are talking about because I love hearing people's stories, right? So it's like it's funny to me, but I'm thinking back on it now, thinking about a lot of those group sessions. I didn't mean to, but I asked questions. And then when they come back to our therapy next, it's like, man, Sleet, I did do that. And man, this is what happened. And they'd be so excited to tell me what happened. So I'm just saying, have when you're able to engage in people's you get the back and forth with them, there is a connection. And like I look forward to these meetings. This is what they'll say. I'm looking forward to this group meeting because the first thing you want to ask is how you guys doing, how's it. We look forward to coming to these meetings because we don't get a chance to talk. I literally sit in rooms with people who don't talk to other people. And I'm not saying anything, I'm not violating anybody here, but they literally don't have conversations with anybody else. So they look forward to these meetings we were having. And to have an impact on young women who don't communicate with nobody. You guys don't know what that is. And to hear their stories, you know, no, that is so, that's fascinating to me. I'm sorry if I get emotional because I'm emotional because I didn't realize it. And when young ladies tell me, I don't talk to anybody like this. Nobody talks to me. My parents don't talk to me. My sisters don't talk to me. My family don't. And a lot of these young women, we're all military, so they're alone. They don't have husbands. Some of them have kids, some of them don't. Some of them don't have anybody. So having that opportunity to talk to them and make them laugh in the process of us, even we're talking serious, we also have a laugh or two in there. That was wonderful for me. But and I think all of us got to the point with the group meetings, because after a while it does get, mundane, and then you want to do something different. So you go back into your one on ones. But it was fascinating for me to actually talk to people like that. I've met some wonderful people in my group settings. Wonderful people that I still talk to this day, that are my Facebook friends to this day. So what I'm saying is, even if we don't ever meet up again like that, we're still connected some kind of way. And that's why it's important that you do have a group of people that's not chaotic, that's not messy, that doesn't have all this extra stuff going on, that you can sit down and have these conversations with. And you can talk to them. You can ask them questions and they're willing to answer. You can read books together. I love people, I love reading out loud. I would love to be with a group of people who love reading out loud. When we get together, each person read 2 or 3 pages out loud because I love hearing people talk and I love to hear people read. You see what I'm saying? So those are the type of people that I would want to interact with and talk with. Let's talk about different books. We don't have to talk about, um, you know, um, any particular thing, but we find out what we like and we make a whole list of genres that we like to read about, right? And then we take turns asking, for us to bring in a book that we like to read and then allow them to read from that book, 2 or 3 pages every time we meet. And then we can take what they're saying in those pages, right? And ask questions or just kind of discuss. It's so many, and that's simple. That's not even something complicated. It's a book, right? You can do audio books. You can read books on your Kindle. So it's not like these things are not possible. They are possible. 100%. You just got to meet those type of people. You got to be around those people. And there might be a possibility people that you normally hang around with probably don't have that same mindset, right? And they might get mad, but you can explain to them, hey, well, no, I ain't gonna tell you what to say because I don't I don't always say it right properly. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and finish this up. Wait a minute. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because I gotta get ready for my other show. Okay. So, building a supportive community around physical activity can amplify the stress relieving benefits. Joining a class or local group of offers women an opportunity to connect with others, share experiences, and motivate one another. Yes, yes, yes. The social aspect of exercise, because we're really talking about exercising, right? Not only enhances accountability, but also creates lasting friendships that can provide emotional support, right? In a world where connection often feels distance. Finding a tribe through fitness can be a game changer, contributing to resilience and a sense of belonging. So that was through fitness. I was talking about through reading. I gave you an example of book clubs, and I gave you an example of mental health groups, right? Ultimately, integrating physical activity into daily routines is a profound way for women to reclaim their power over stress, right? Whether it's a calming yoga session, an invigorating run, or a fun dance class, these activities can foster a sense of accomplishment and joy. By prioritizing movement, women can cultivate a stress free lifestyle that celebrates their strengths and resilience, paving the way for a more confident um, and fulfilled existence. Embracing physical activity is not merely about fitness, it's about nurturing the spirit and empowering oneself to thrive in a chaotic world. All right. So we're going to start with chapter 5. We'll probably finish with this book in no time. Um, Chapter 5. And let's go ahead and knock out our affirmations while we have an opportunity to do that. Okay. So these affirmations, we were talking about affirmations for healing the last time. These affirmations are for success. Okay. Let me make sure I'm saying them at the same time I'm writing them. And we're only going to do 5 of them out of this. Okay, so this one is for success. I know I told you I was going to finish the last ones, and I might have to come back to those. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so the first one is I am becoming the most successful version of myself every single day. Look, this is the joys of living in the country. Okay? I'm just saying, it is. My dog barks at everything. It doesn't matter. My subconscious, my subconscious mind fully supports my dreams and desires. I realize, excuse me, I'm sorry, that's not realize, that's release. I release all doubt, mhm, and replace them with confidence and certainty. Number four, I am in perfect alignment with my purpose, and success path. The next thing I do want to bring to you guys, if possible, I think me and Miss Dixon talked about. She was telling me about her vision board. I think we need to talk about vision boards. We need to bring that um, to yeah. I'm gonna have to do the vision board. We're definitely gonna do that. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. And we actually should have started out the new year with the vision board, but that's all right. I turn, that's not, I attract, I'm sorry. I attract, remember I said say these twice, okay? Or three times, or as many times as you want to. I mean, it's up to you. But make sure, try to be in a mirror so that you can say it and you're looking at yourself in the mirror. Um, and you can, I mean, it does something. Hold up, you guys. I hate to sneeze. I'm sorry. They tell you not to do that, but I can't stand sneezing. Okay. Um, thoughts and consistent. I'm a human being. I'm a person. Um, I'm, I don't try to be anything else. Okay. So we're gonna say these again. So number one is I am becoming most successful version of myself every single day. Okay. I'm becoming my most successful version of myself every single day. My subconscious mind fully supports my dreams and desires. My subconscious mind fully supports my dreams and desires. I release all doubt and replace them with confidence and certainty. I release all doubts and replace them with confidence and certainty. I am in perfect alignment with my purpose and success path. I am in perfect alignment of my purpose and my success path. I attract success through my positive thoughts and consistent energy. I attract I attract success through my positive thoughts. Okay, I'm sorry. Um, I attract success through my positive thoughts and consistent energy. So that is what we have for you guys for today here on Motivation Midweek Motivation. with Coach Salida. You guys can check out our website at youcan'tclipmywings.com. You can check out our shop, the things that we have in our shops, the different books, and all the different things we have over there. Our dresses, the whole 9 yards. You guys, we will be bringing out the swimsuits again. I promise you, we'll be bringing them out. For because this winter is not going to last forever, so it'll be time for vacation time, cruise time, honeymoon time. So we're going to get you prepared for that. Now, our next meeting, Talk Shop Live, is going to be Saturday. Okay. In the meantime, if you guys can grab a hold to this book, and it's the one with the lady with the blue dress on. Okay. Grab a hold to this book. Okay. On our website. So the next time we come back Saturday by Saturday, you'll have a copy. Let me know you got a copy. And DM say, Salid, I bought a copy. And sit down and go through the book and see how you like it. I mean, if we're doing it this way, which I usually do all my books like this, hopefully it's encouraging you to definitely want to get a piece. Get a buy. Get a buy one. I mean, purchase one. We will. I'll be in a few minutes, 8:30. I'll be over on my other page, doing our called politics over on the Can We Be Frank show in a few. Um, and you'll hear a different version of me. Okay, you might not. I don't know. Hopefully, I don't start sneezing and stuff over there while I do that. But in the meantime, you guys definitely take heed to what we talked about. If you want those exercises that we talked about in the book, hit me up and I will send them to you. Okay. I will put them together and send it to you. Matter of fact, I'm going to probably um, send a copy. Yeah, we'll do that. Make sure you have those breathing exercises that you can use for yourself. See, here I go again. Hold up. See, I told you guys. I'm trying. I'm trying. But anyway, so you guys have a great rest of the week. I will see you guys back here on Saturday. All right. If you don't listen to me on Facebook, on the Universe Collective Network, where we do the Kimberly Frank Show, that's fine. You don't have to, because that's a whole different part of me. You just look forward to us being over here. And also, I have a show that's been going on now, going on close to a year now. It's called the Empower Her Talk Show, which I do some of the similar stuff I do over here because that is where my forte and my niche is. Um, Definitely tomorrow night, definitely tune in. Um, and you can go to aocinc.org. I need to put that there too. If you want to watch our show online. Um, it's almost similar to what I do here. It's just live. Okay. And I come on channel 2. And I come on usually every Thursday at 7 o'clock. Okay. Eastern time. So I need to put that in there too. And that's the Empower Her. I just don't talk about it a lot because to me I'm assuming a lot of things that I shouldn't. But anyway, I'll put the name of the show there, and it's on channel 2. It comes on every Thursday at 7 o'clock. So I'm supposed to be going live tomorrow. Hopefully, I will be live, and we can go from there. You can always watch all our other old shows or replays too, because, like I said, I've been doing this for a minute. So I shall see you guys there. You guys have a great day, good evening, a great evening that is, and bye bye.